Welcome to the Quality Under Pressure podcast. My name is Min. What up, Da? What up, Dean?
Hi.
Hey. Today we talk to Scott Uglow. You glow.
We glow.
What's your favorite thing that we talked to him about?
For me, I like that it was our longest show yet, and we covered a lot of things. A lot of video game talk in the beginning, but got deeper towards the end. I like conspiracy theories, so that was probably my favorite piece.
Yeah, it was great hearing about all the different conspiracy theories that Scott and Dawson both brought up. Some of them I hadn't even heard about before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same for me. I knew Scott was going to be a good one because we usually meet up and have conversations anyway, so I was really excited to talk to him. I really like talking about aliens, and then hearing your Monopoly story that kind of blew my mind a little bit.
Yeah, I think we could have gone for probably another hour, but we'll have to keep going.
I had to pee.
Yeah, you had to pee too.
All right, man. Enjoy it.
Bye. Yep, that's good.
Dean, have you ever noticed anything in the Tostitos logo?
Well, I saw Alicia post something on Facebook and how it's like two people like dipping chips or whatever.
Changed my mind.
Yeah. I never noticed that either.
It's just like when you see the arrow in the FedEx label,
Yeah.
you know, you can't unsee it.
That's what did Ken Jennings in. That's what broke his streak on Jeopardy.
Oh,
really?
Damn,
Yeah, that was the final Jeopardy, and he had no idea.
That's a nice little nugget, Dan.
Have you taken a close look at
Yeah.
the Little Mermaid cover?
Only every night.
Co-host,
Yes.
you guys ready?
Go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right, I'm going to launch this bumper music. There it is. The Darkwing Duck music. Welcome to the Quality Under Pressure podcast. My name is Min. We got a super dope guest with us today. What's up, Scott?
What's going on?
How are you, man?
I'm well.
Yeah, but not too well, right?
Yeah.
Story of my life.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I pulled up a little rough this morning.
Yeah?
Went to Afro Man last
Ooh.
night.
Yeah.
Little throwback.
And stayed up
Jeez.
late?
Had a few adult beverages and stayed up for that World Series game. So the combo platter.
That game just got over like an hour ago, right? They're still playing.
17 innings, right?
Jeez, 18, I think.
Okay.
Was it?
2 full games.
Yeah.
Jeez. I don't know the last time I watched a baseball game, so
If you could watch 2 in one night, would you?
no.
Because you missed out last.
No thanks. I don't know. I just quit baseball.
You know something about playoff baseball, though? I mean, there's so much in each pitch.
Yeah,
that
it really
matters.
is
There's so
a
much
lot
weight.
better. It really is a
And
lot better.
the crowd reacts, to every, hit ball. I don't know. It's just something elevated.
Scott, if you had to start a podcast, what would you name it?
Man,
We had to debate this,
put
and
me on
then
the spot.
we came up with we just settled on it. It just like the dust settled, and it became Quality Under Pressure. We should explain why it's called Quality Under Pressure, but if you
Because you're a diamond?
Ooh, I like that explanation better.
Way better than what it
Yeah.
actually came from. But nobody else gave any other ideas. So
That's
besides
true. My ridiculous one.
dildos, I mean, like I didn't want that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, what would you name a fresh podcast?
Man, like the deuce.
The Deuce.
The deuce.
Yeah.
That's a nice little play on number 2.
Yeah. Which
I,
Dawson just threw down on earlier.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
I know it's a show on HBO, but something about that number, man.
Yeah. So you stayed up late last night.
Yeah.
Now you're here.
Right. Now we're here.
How are you?
I'm doing well, man. I just got back from Vegas for a work trip.
Really?
And, yeah.
How long ago?
That was last week.
Okay.
So
Hey,
recent.
You've been just going at it then.
Yeah, it's been good though. I've been needing that change of pace. Right?
Yeah.
I've been at my desk like, man, I need a vacation. I need to do something else.
Yeah. What was the best thing you did on that trip?
You know what? I'd say, well, on the back end, I went to a wedding, which is awesome. It's exactly.
Okay.
Weddings are always great.
Yep.
But it was my first time going to Top Golf
Oh my
in Vegas.
God.
Top Golf.
Oh
Sponsor
my
this
God.
podcast.
We
That's
did-
2
we-
shows in a
Golf.
row.
And then did we talk about it in one of the earlier episodes too?
I don't think so.
Oh,
But just
okay.
saying 2 back-to-back.
Back-to-back episodes in a row. We were talking about Top Golf. How was your Top Golf experience?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was way better than I was expecting.
Did you get sore?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I was trying to hit the ball like hell, but
Yeah.
What's really nice about Top Golf is it takes the golf out of golf.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
nice.
Yeah, so it doesn't feel like you're playing golf, but it's really kind of a maximized version of darts. you know.
Sweet,
and
yeah.
You're drinking, you're having a good time, you can socialize. So
Yeah.
they work that in, and the one in Vegas, anyways, has giant scoreboards at the end of the drive. So
Cool.
we're watching, you know, the NLCS, ALCS games
Cool.
as you're hitting the golf balls.
Have you been to the one in Minnesota?
No, I have not.
Okay. What was the crowd like at the one you went?
You know what? It was hosted by our sales firm because we were out there for a conference. So the crowd was all lighting people. That's,
Nice. Yeah. And I only ask because I've heard usually it's sort of like a younger crowd because it's like you can do so many other things than golf.
Yeah.
Not that like 50, 60-year-old people aren't there, but I've heard it skews towards a younger crowd.
It was younger. We did take a tour outside of our area.
Sure.
And it was cool because it had the Vegas vibe. Like people were just throwing bills down, betting on different shots, and it was like, okay, there's some gambling going on here, you know.
Yeah.
So it definitely had that Vegas vibe.
That's fun.
Nice. Yeah.
Sure.
That's fun. Scott, what city were you born in?
Plymouth, Minnesota.
You were born there.
Oh,
Well,
New Robbinsdale.
yeah,
Sorry.
okay,
You know,
nice.
we
Same
know
hospital.
the area, right?
Yeah. But you were there. That's where your family resided when you were born. In
Correct.
Plymouth. That's
Yep.
sweet, man. So they're still in the same home now as they were then?
You know what? They moved about half a mile down the street.
Okay.
Just to get a bigger house.
Cool.
A nicer house. But
That's really cool.
they're still living in that area.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
They're content. They love it there.
Right.
Good.
I think they're gonna move though.
Oh,
Once my mom retires, my dad is retired.
Yeah.
But once she retires, I think they're up and leaving.
The state?
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's my conjecture, anyways.
Do you know where they're shopping?
You know
Somewhere
what?
warm?
My dad's really into Civil War.
Yeah.
Like Civil War books. You know, the landmarks.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna rent, you know, a trailer home. And then go from like Civil War site to Civil War site and kind
Wow.
of tour
For
like that southern country.
For like a few years or whatever?
Yeah,
Damn.
right.
Are you technically homeless if you do that?
No,
You're not?
you have a house because it's not in the ground.
Right.
Really?
Yeah,
Because I heard people that do, like, they move around and, like, sometimes they spend a night in the shelter, sometimes they spend a night at a motel and things like that. They're technically homeless.
they don't have. I mean, they don't have a permanent residence.
Yeah.
But if that's your motor home,
How would you do the mail?
post office, PO box,
Just a PO box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, I don't know. That's good.
or just email because it's
Your parents are about to be maybe homeless soon.
Yeah. Debatably.
Have you been playing any? I know you're not in our basketball league anymore on a
Right.
separate team, but have you been playing any basketball? Have you been watching any basketball? And have you been playing any video games?
I mean, Red Dead Redemption just came out, and I've been playing video games.
Yeah.
That's real solid in my. That's a real solid cornerstone in my life right now.
What edition of Red Dead Redemption is this?
This is number 2,
Deuce.
but it's technically the third game.
The
Did you know
Deuce.
that?
yeah. Red
In
Dead
this-
Revolver.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there was Red Dead Revolver, Red Dead Redemption. Now there's Red Dead Redemption 2.
Okay. Are you playing it?
Yeah. Hot take. I'm not. Everybody on the planet is giving this game a 10.
Yep.
I'm played for probably 4 hours last night.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not the best game I've ever played.
What do you give it?
I don't know. I'm only 4 hours in, so maybe it's gonna pick up. But
Yeah.
it's like a 60-hour game, so I got a ways to go. But I just so far the pacing on it is so slow.
I
Yeah.
agree,
Yeah.
but I think you do have to hold reservation until the online portion comes out as well.
Or
it's not out yet.
The online portion is not, so it's just the single player.
So there's no multiplayer component to it yet.
not yet.
No, right?
Damn.
Next month,
Why'd they release it?
because they want people. They've spent years making the single player. They want people to go play it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And focus on that before this other thing happens.
Yeah, and they did the same thing with Grand Theft Auto,
Okay.
and they've been pumping content for Grand Theft Auto 5
Okay.
for 6 years now, 5 years,
Yeah.
and it's still people play it a ton.
Is this the norm now?
No,
Because I haven't played video games for a while, and so I was just wondering.
I mean,
And the reason I got sort of pissed off by that approach is because of what PUBG did. They just, when they first put the game out, I mean, not that it's an official release yet. It's like not actually released yet, but they put out such a shitty product at the beginning. So when you guys told me they put out this game and it wasn't done yet, it didn't even have the multiplayer component in it. I was just like, oh, I just got sort of PTSD PUBG stuff.
It's way different than that, though.
You got to realize that the developers who made PUBG don't have the budgeting or the talent that Rockstar does.
Yes.
You know? And Rockstar is going to roll out a polished product.
Okay.
And it's not like they're trying to, accelerate to the market and beat someone else.
Yes.
People will wait on Rockstar.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you then, do people know what the multiplayer component is going to be like?
I think it's going to be like GTA Online.
Yeah,
where it's
I think
just
so.
kinda
Oh,
open-
really?
Yeah, just kind of open world. I heard you can have you can make your own gang, your own outlaws. The
Cool.
setting for those listening is kind of the Old West, like 1900s, early
Cool.
1900s.
Nice.
So.
Is that something you're looking forward to, or was it mostly the campaign that you wanted to dig into?
Dawson, are you playing on a 4K TV?
Xbox One X 4K.
The graphics. It might
It's
not be the best
amazing.
game that Dawson's ever played, but I think it might be one of the most beautiful games
Really?
I've ever played.
Yeah, I mean, you spend the first couple hours in the snow,
Yeah.
and I'm watching my horse walk through the snow,
Yeah.
and just the trails it leave, that is amazing. And then you look up
Really?
and there's a mountain, and it's the size of this map is probably the biggest game I've ever played.
Yeah.
Just like the size of it, it's massive, right?
Do the horse testicles shrink?
They
like
do
say
shrink in the
they
cold
do?
weather.
I
Yeah.
saw
Yeah.
a horse take a shit in
Yeah.
4K, and I was like, whoa.
Ooh, that's
I
dope.
ate it all up, baby.
Whoa.
Well,
Ate-
if
you
you're
ate
in
it?
Philadelphia-
I ate
you're-
it
we need
all up.
Smell-o-vision.
It's like
You're in
I'm
Philadelphia,
in
you
Cleveland,
bullshit.
yeah, or Philadelphia. So,
Eagles.
That's bananas.
right. But
Yeah, so it's good.
What is the visually best looking game you've ever played?
Oof. I mean, right now it's probably Red Dead Redemption 2. That's up there for sure. It's
And you say that,
Beautiful.
and you have a 4K TV. Do you have a PlayStation?
Yeah.
Did you play those Naughty Dog games? What is The Last of Us?
Yeah.
You played all of that, and you think Red Dead Redemption is
Yeah.
the best looking game you've ever played?
it's I mean, I'm kind of a little more biased towards Xbox, but
Yeah.
for me, I would say it's either this or Forza Motorsport 4.
Wow.
It just came out, and that's just, I mean, you have the fastest cars on the planet. You're going 160 miles an hour down the British countryside, and it's beautiful. But
the newer Assassin's Creed that are set in like ancient Egypt
Looks good.
and modern or ancient Greece,
Mm-hmm.
the amount of detail they put into the architecture is stunning.
Wow.
It really is.
Really?
You can really see those details in 4K and
yeah,
HDR.
the one that came out before that was based in Egypt, and that's, we're talking a lot of gamer things here, but they took that game and they're actually making education mode,
Yeah.
so you can walk around ancient Egypt and you're not trying to kill anybody, but you're walking around and
Just to
looking
look.
at the pyramids and looking at
I saw on Reddit a architecture professor that was using
Yeah.
the game in his class to teach about the architecture of like ancient Egypt.
That's crazy.
That's such a monumental
I
No.
think the last time I was a major console gamer was Xbox 360. But even before then, I feel like after Nintendo 64 era, so Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1, GameCube, that's that generation. I feel like after it went to Xbox 360, the growth in graphics every time we moved up a generation is incremental at this point.
oh yeah.
It is, right?
Yeah, and I think for me, like too, just the where we're going, you're not going to get much more besides where we're at. I just don't know how you can get much better.
Have you guys seen their plans for going cloud-based?
Yeah.
100%?
Yeah. I just I signed up for that Google Stream thing, and I was playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey on it last night.
Okay.
Yeah,
We,
on my
what
computer.
What was your experience?
It's fine.
Yeah. Have you tried streaming on like a phone yet or?
No.
We talked about that kind of on episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you do that on your
You
phone
should
right
probably
now?
listen to it.
That's the plan.
Is
That's
it?
They're going towards a console-less gaming experience.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Where you could theoretically play, PUBG on your phone.
Yeah.
Mm.
I have
mean,
PUBG.
you can right now.
it's such a,
It's
it's
such a-
such a joke because my brother and I played it a lot on the computer, and then we were like, let's try it on mobile quick. And just like the degree of difficulty just dropped like 100 times. So like the very first game we played, we won easily by miles.
Can you settle this debate?
Yes.
Are those bots on the mobile version?
Yes.
Are you
There's-
playing against bots
There
the
are bots
entire
mixed in
time?
there. Yeah. Not the entire time. There are other people, but there are bots mixed in there. I think.
In the
Can I check
PUBG
it?
mobile version?
Yeah.
You want to check that?
Oh, that's probably why then.
Yeah.
We were like shooting at these people. We're like, these can't be human players just because how they're like attacking us. And I know it's harder because you don't have a controller or a keyboard and mouse. And so I was just like, oh, maybe they sort of like haven't figured it out yet because they weren't strafing and they were just shooting in place. So you just line it up, shoot them in the head a few times, and they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
To get back to your question though,
Yes.
are we gonna count PC mods as
Games that you're playing?
games that are qualifiable for most beautiful games?
Sure.
Best graphics.
I know where you're going with this.
Why not?
The GTA mods that some people have put out for the PC
Yeah.
look real life.
Not where I thought you were going.
Because it's still grounded in GTA. Like
Yeah.
So the
The core mechanics still
right.
work.
So the engine is that. So it would have to be
Just
founded
the
on that.
aesthetics
Yeah.
are all modded out in high texture and high reso.
Is that all that's left for graphics though for video games? Like how with more processing power they can add like shading and like different textures. Like how much more real can it get? Can it get more real?
We're pretty close. I mean,
Damn.
this Red Dead Redemption game looks absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
But I think the big hurdle, other than graphics, is the physics, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The way that the snow moves, the way that the
Right.
water falls.
Yeah. That's one thing. So when I was watching some of the E3 stuff this year, when I saw The Last of Us 2, I don't know the last time I played an RPG game because I just won't dedicate that many hours to a game. For me now, it's just like, oh, am I going to Dawson's house? Am I going to play a Madden game? Am I going to hop on like after a long day and just like shoot some people on Overwatch or something like that and then get off in like 40 minutes? When I saw the gameplay for The Last of Us 2, I was just like, damn, I might play that one because the physics looked so interesting and how the characters interact with the environment and just like the textures and stuff like that. And I was watching it through my computer screen. I'm just like, man, if I actually played this, it might blow my mind.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy because and you're a storytelling guy, and that's
Yeah.
why I never got why you didn't get into single player games.
Yeah.
Because it was just like storytelling is your
Yeah,
thing.
I don't like that's the thing though. I just want the story to that's why I don't watch TV even because I don't want to sit through 30 episodes before I know what happens. Like I'm good with a 3-hour movie. And so like when I played Metal Gear and stuff like that just to like and sometimes in Metal Gear you don't even do anything. Like it's a cutscene, it's like a 10-minute cutscene and all I do is push up.
Yeah.
And Snake moves like 50 feet, and then it enters another cutscene. Why did you make me do that? It didn't enhance my experience. So that's why I was just like, fuck this. I'm not playing RPG games anymore.
That's fair.
Snake disapproves.
That's fair.
I'm with you with the time consumption
Yeah.
piece. Dean just lent me a game, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Zero. Yep.
Horizon Zero, and it won Game of the Year in 2016, 2017. But
17?
Okay.
Yeah.
it's
Wow.
it's an open world game,
Yeah.
right? But there is so much shit to do,
Yeah.
and I was like, this is a damn cool game. The concept is you're shooting, these dinosaurs that are made out of machine parts, and you're trying to harvest and loot. And again, super cool, but I just looked at the entire scope of it all, and I was like, I'm never getting around to it.
Oh yeah.
I just had to shelf it.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's how things always start with me. Like how open it is. I'm like, wow, this is awesome. You can do so much. I'm never going to get sick of this. And then after however many hours, you're like, wow, fuck this. I don't want to do any more of this. It's too repetitive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
hmm
Yeah, I just got. I mean, after I entered 20 years old, that decade, I was just like, I can't play these types of games that much anymore. It's just like I just need something quick, something to engage in.
Well, what's interesting too is these sports games are starting to turn into a longer investment too. It's starting to
that's
go
right.
into these ultimate teams where you
Yeah.
have to build them up.
Where you're like the GM
over-
and shit.
No. So
Investments.
you open like card packs, right? Did
Yeah.
you hear about this debate with are these loot boxes gambling?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you can pay real money to get these game enhancers, or
Yeah.
like adding better players to your team.
Mm.
And in China, I think they passed a law where if you get randomized boxes, they have to disclose the percentage that you can get like a high tiered
Yeah.
item out of it. They
Yeah.
have to tell you ahead of time.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah,
Well, and
man.
that's like the Ultimate Team and Madden, like the football. It's a multi-million-dollar business.
yeah.
I think that since they rolled out just the Ultimate Team
Yeah.
in the last 5 years, I think they've done about $500 million in extra revenue. People got to have those best teams, and that's just in one. They have it in hockey, soccer.
I've heard EA is the worst when it comes to microtransactions. Like they make it so if you don't, the game is just diminished. If you don't do that,
They screwed up Battlefront 2, the Star Wars game.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Huge
how
controversy.
can you screw up the Star Wars experience? Leave it to Electronic Arts.
Right. Exactly.
Well, they know people want to play with the characters, and they're going to pay money to get it,
Yeah.
which sucks.
Yeah.
And I heard if you wanted to do it the long way,
yeah.
it would take like 40 hours of gameplay just to unlock Luke Skywalker.
Mm.
You
It was
know?
like thousands.
How much
of
does
hours.
Luke Skywalker cost?
I think in real money it was like $100.
No.
Yeah, just to play with him, right?
You
Am
had
I
to buy
right
like,
there?
either packs or a special edition or something crazy like that.
When you buy packs, it's randomized. You might not get him.
Yeah.
Or you
Right.
can just, you can cut all of that BS out and be like, I need Luke Skywalker. Pay $100 and get him for sure.
No. I'm saying like on average, these are randomized boxes, so you might not get him after investing $100.
Oh man.
Yep. That's the problem with it, because all the companies are kind of doing that,
Yeah.
and I think some of them are starting to draw the line, like,
Hell yeah.
because I think they have to get away from that.
No wonder depression is on the rise.
Yeah.
Oh, my money's gone, but it's gambling, right? But these kids don't know it, and
Right.
they just want to keep buying packs.
That's
and-
crazy. That's crazy. Are you gonna play basketball again soon?
I want to.
You miss it?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
need to get my cardio going.
For sure.
I've been lifting weights, but obviously off since that travel that I had. But
Yep.
oh man, basketball is just such a good way to get that cardio in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it really
haven't played
is.
the last few weeks because I have a wrist injury. And so this week I think I'm just gonna play with my cast and then just at least run around. But yeah, I was gone for 2 weeks, and the one game that I played after that, I was gassed.
Before I left for Vegas, I did a couple classes, and I was like, oh, okay, yoga. I was expecting just to be relaxed. No, I got worked. I got absolutely worked, and I was lost. I was so lost. Yeah.
That's what everybody says.
But
Yeah.
so you feel lost, and you're sweating a bunch. It's hot yoga. It's like 98 degrees in that bitch. But you walk out of there and you feel
Oh, you did hot yoga
great.
too, huh?
You feel great walking out of there. Not only do you get a good sweat, but like you feel flexible as shit. I mean, obviously you just did all the flexibility, obviously, but you do feel great.
Was it Bikram yoga?
No, it was vinyasa.
Okay.
Vinyasa.
Can we talk about hot anything? Because I've heard people talk about like, why do people do hot and like when people go into saunas and do push-ups and stuff like that?
Oh yeah.
People are like, why do you do that? Like, why does the heat have beneficial properties when you work out?
I
Yeah.
think it makes you more flexible.
I think that, but it's also like your body gets in shock. So with the hot and the cold, hot and cold,
Uh huh.
people like talk about
Yeah.
all the fitness centers. Anywhere you go, like you go to the Vikings new training center, they have a walk-in freezer essentially.
Sure, but does training in low or high temperature actually have benefits?
Yeah.
Like I believe like when you're sore, like you go into a sauna and it does have benefits because it's gonna increase that blood circulation. But does doing push-ups in a sauna have more benefit?
I think that it's the fact that you're guaranteed the sweat.
Okay.
You're guaranteed that release of fluids.
Yeah. That's why I would think
I'm
of it,
glad
yeah.
saunas and steam rooms came up because I'm a big
you
sauna
are.
steam room guy. I'm
Yeah.
a big sauna steam room guy. And what Dawson was saying about the hot cold,
Yeah.
what I'll do is after a workout, I'll go into that steam room.
Yeah.
It opens up the pores,
Yep.
right? And then I'll get into a cold shower. So it's like full body respiration. that
Yeah.
way. And that, incredible.
Makes you feel alive.
Makes you feel alive. It makes you feel alive.
Yeah.
Mm.
That shock.
Before we move off of basketball, did you guys see the Jimmy Butler offer from the Rockets? The
Yeah, what
updated
do we
one?
think about that?
4 first-round draft picks for Jimmy Buckets.
Not a
But
fan.
those are late round picks.
Late round, there's probably some weird contingencies on them too.
Yeah, they're probably
some
protected.
Swaps. Yeah.
How do
So-
you know they're late round?
You
Because
just
the
gotta
Rockets
just-
are good.
Yeah.
And it's the NBA has no parity. There's 5 good teams, 5 or 6, and they're going to be good.
Yeah.
Do we know the Rockets are going to be good in 7 years?
No, but it's one of those things that it's tough because it's a crapshoot. I think if you look at the last 15 years of NBA drafts,
Yeah.
besides like
Timberwolves are
Jimmy
bad.
Butler, right?
Yeah.
Who else can you think of in the late first round that was decent?
Manu wasn't even
Even
late
after the first
round.
15 picks,
Yeah.
right? Like, there's not many names that come out of there.
Well,
Jimmy Butler.
besides Jimmy Butler.
Manu Ginobili.
Okay, so there's 2 and 15.
Yeah,
plus
but I don't actually like dig into drafts though. So I feel like if we had like a draft experts, they would come out with a list for sure. Like I just feel like, like the Spurs, like how are the Spurs always good? Like they're drafting and they're replenishing and things like that. So
I think it's a great system down in San Antonio.
for sure.
I mean, there's got to be something to pop. The fact that Tim Duncan is still hanging out with the team after he's retired, hanging out he's still practicing,
Yeah.
but he's done.
yeah.
Mhm.
He wasn't like, Deuce, I'm done with that place.
Yeah.
He loves it there.
Yeah.
Still
You know?
hooping too.
They've cultivated that culture there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah, it is a good system.
It's
Yeah,
number
he
one.
built built the business right outside the arena there.
Timmy D?
Yeah,
Dope.
yeah. I forget what it's like. Some
I
auto.
think,
auto.
yeah, it's an auto repair.
Yeah. hmm
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
mhm.
Well, the
What-
Spurs have it right. Like,
What?
I'm just looking at. I pulled this article.
Yeah.
And it's 25 steals in the late first round or late NBA draft picks.
Yep.
So the Spurs.
Yep.
Tim Duncan was a first round pick in the 97 draft.
Yep.
Manu was the 57th in 99.
Yep.
Tony Parker was 28th.
Yeah. Who's their point guard that tore his ACL?
DeJounte Murray.
He was a mid pick too, wasn't he? Oh no,
Yeah.
mid pick, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't a steal though, according to this list.
Oh.
Let's see. Too soon to set. Yeah. So like LaMarcus, Paul Millsap was a 47th
Yep.
pick. Marcus Saul was a 58th pick.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow, Marcus Gasol.
Sorry, 48th pick. So
Okay.
he was a second round guy.
That must have been before, international players were getting the attention they are now.
Yeah, those on the fringe for sure.
Right.
Probably
Mhm.
in that wave, but early on, yeah.
Isaiah Thomas
Yep.
was the final pick of the 2011 draft.
Yeah, man, you
Uh,
find gems. If you know what you're doing, you find gems.
Yeah, but it's so rare.
It's hard.
Have you guys heard the conspiracy theory when Patrick Ewing got drafted?
No, you and your conspiracy
Yeah.
theories.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What is that?
The lotto envelopes.
Yes.
That the Knicks envelope was frozen so that the commissioner knew which
colder.
it was colder. So he knew to pick the Knicks, and that way they would win the Patrick Ewing.
And that
lottery.
was David Stern's first year as commissioner, right?
I don't know.
I think yeah. And then the Knicks are his hometown team.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I was gonna
Mhm.
ask what was his
Yeah.
motivation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Woke.
Mm-hmm.
Woke.
Dang, David Stern.
So hold on.
Yeah.
Scott, you're a big conspiracy theory guy?
No. I thought it would be a good topic for today's conversation, just because we're truth is being challenged.
That's what we do here.
in the modern day, we don't know information and truth. And I'm not saying that I believe the conspiracies, but I do like it. It gives you, it opens up your imagination, right?
Yep.
And it makes you think alternatively. And I'm all about that thought. Get that thought train going.
So what are some of your favorite thought train goers?
Thought train goers for conspiracies?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I was actually just talking about this at lunch with a coworker, trying to gauge interest. I mean, there's the obvious ones that are like, the fake moon landing and all that too. I think the most recent one though is the 23andMe and Ancestry.com. That's actually a front for insurance companies and the FBI, right? That they. I'm not saying that they're doing it now. But, that information of genetics could very easily be sold to an insurance company.
Mhm.
If they have a meta collection of everyone's DNA.
Damn. Never heard that one.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's scary.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Right.
One of my favorite ones right now is the mattress store conspiracy about how they're all just a front for money laundering.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Tell me about
that's a
that.
good
Oh,
one
interesting.
too.
So like for example,
Mhm.
Mattress Firm has 3,800 retail stores in the United States alone,
Yeah.
and I mean like Best Buy's got 1,200 stores. So like in my small tiny town of 1,200 people, we've got 4 mattress stores.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, and the average person buys a new bed every 10 years. So to me, there's just so many of them.
Right.
And then they have warehouses that are, they've got, I think, 70 warehouses in the United States for mattresses. That's a lot of fucking mattresses.
Yeah.
So to me, that's a good one. Like they just,
The numbers don't add up there
Yeah.
for supply and demand.
Mattress
It just-
mafia.
yeah.
Big-
And
Big
there's-
sleep.
yeah, I mean, and there was something around the lines of like they were purchased by some company in the South America for $7 billion, which is now like the biggest global mattress like distribution. So it's like,
You're making me a believer, dude.
right? I mean, I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but
Yeah.
that's pretty crazy when you think about it. Like how
You're
many
making me
mattress
a
stores,
believer.
Yeah.
and you never see anybody in a mattress firm.
Yeah, yeah. Also
Never.
because
It makes a lot of
because before like 7 years ago or whatever, before I was introduced to, like sex trafficking or like human trafficking in general, I'm like that never seemed like a realistic thing to me like as I was younger. But like then you like hear about it and you're like, yeah, of course, like that's a thing. And at first it kind of like blows your mind that like humans are that evil. I don't know why that blows my mind because humans are shitty. I know, I get that. But then like you put all the pieces together and you're like, oh my God, that is happening where like people are being shipped around and like we're totally blind to it. But there's like this industry that does that. So like when Dawson talks about that, I just feel like I'm having that moment again where like, yeah, of course, duh. Like, like
Yeah.
it's there.
You just don't want to believe it.
Yeah, the infrastructure
it's
is there.
Well, my coworker was also talking to me about the fact that he thinks that advertisers are hearing just audible conversations
Yeah.
and then advertising through social media. He's convinced that he's seen ads on Instagram
Yeah.
from a conversation.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
yeah, I mean, on the surface, you're like, that sounds kind of paranoid. But after, hearing about the Snowden
Yeah.
experience and just information in general, none of it's really private anymore.
Yeah.
Who's to say these companies aren't?
They are. They're listening to you. Like we
Right.
talked about this on episode 1, I think it was, around like Facebook listening to your conversations and how my wife was talking about dog food. We had to order our dog this very specific dog food, and then 12 hours later, I had an ad for that dog food on my Facebook page. I've never Googled it, so that stuff is real. And
Yeah.
Dean talked about how it's like we're tied into a relationship on Facebook, so it
Yeah, there's ways to try to debunk it, but yeah,
So
I'm inclined to think it's real too.
Yeah. I think it's real
Mhm.
too.
Yeah.
I had to reset my password for Facebook on my work computer. And obviously, I just like any other American, I don't keep logs of my Facebook password. So I was like, I have no idea what this is.
Yeah.
They
Oh, yeah.
wanted my driver's license, a photo of my driver's license to log back into Facebook. I'm like, are you to prove that it was me?
Mm.
Weird.
I'm like, I don't care enough about Facebook to do this. Like,
They're not the only company though. Years ago, when I used to have a Blizzard password ID, like a key fob thing, I forgot how to log in, and they needed a picture of my ID to reset my account.
damn.
I was playing like Nerd Alert, World of Warcraft, but
yeah.
Does that make you feel like things are more secure, or does it just make you more nervous?
I think everything needs a two form
Authenticator.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm past nervous. I'm just accepting that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what we have. The world
Yeah.
we live
Just-
in.
you just have
it's
to.
an open book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a different password for all my accounts. Everything's two-factor authentication if it's available.
Damn, that's woke.
Everything, I store everything locally too. My passwords and stuff. It's not in the cloud anywhere. So.
Well, and
Wow.
I've been on a few rabbit holes resetting passwords, recovering passwords from emails that I forget the password to. Then that, so yeah, it chains on each other, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Damn.
What about
That
you,
is-
Dean? What's your favorite conspiracy theory?
I mean, I like the more lighthearted ones. It's kind of like, man, I try not to think about these darker ones just because it's very depressing and sad. So one that one of my friends brought up to me a while ago that I thought was really funny is that Stevie Wonder isn't actually blind. So there's a YouTube video out there you can see where he's like playing a show, and then like someone knocks over a mic stand, and he just reaches his hand out and just grabs it right away.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Busted.
Yeah. hmm
But
Well,
I mean, he has his other senses are heightened.
He's not touching the mic stand. It's loud. People are clapping their hands.
That's
Have you heard the
Mhm.
conspiracy that Nicki Minaj is actually Jay-Z?
No, I haven't.
Apparently, if you slow down her singing voice to a quarter speed, it sounds like Jay-Z with a lisp.
That's hilarious.
Well, then, can you imagine Nicki Minaj and Beyonce just rubbing at each other?
Many times.
That's awesome. Oh man.
How about you, man?
Dude, I don't know.
Give us your hot take.
I don't really go deep on conspiracy theories. Like when the 9/11 stuff like started popping up online, I thought that was interesting. And for a second there, I was just like, ooh, like this is true, isn't it? But then you're like, like a week later, I'm just like, no, that's who lives in that world.
A lot of people.
Yeah. I when you asked me that, I kind of thought of like Area 51, just because just like
Right.
the cosmos is just so fascinating. And it's not, the question for me isn't, are there aliens? I believe there are. It's just too big. It's too
Right,
vast for there not to be aliens.
Do you know about the Fermi paradox?
No.
That it's the understanding that when you do the math,
Mhm.
there's an outstanding probability that there is other life.
Yeah.
But then the paradox is, well, if there's such a good chance that there's so much life,
Yeah.
why are we alone? Like,
Yeah.
why has contact not been made yet?
Yeah, just because it's so big, I think, it's just like they're just probably in a different corner of the universe. Also, when I hear like theoretical physicists talk about how a civilization would have to advance and not collapse on itself, we're going through that right now. Thinking about like climate change, like are we as a species going to overcome that? You have to overcome these type of challenges before you become like a tier 1 civilization, and then
Right.
once you eclipse that, you become like a tier
Tier
2.
two. That's
Yeah,
Michio Kaku.
yeah, he talks about stuff like that
and
too.
Tier 3, I believe, is like galactic.
You're everywhere.
You're everywhere.
Yep, you're free.
A big part of that type 1 civilization, though, is that there has to be one unified government.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll ever get there?
Yeah, and exactly. He said that we're a tier 0.
Right, but we're like,
We're
a
on
third
the
of the
cusp.
way.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just like that's what you have to do. You have to be able to at least control all the resources on your own planet. Come up with like maybe a single way to communicate. And he was saying like this is where the internet's going to push us forward. And like you say, we have to be like one unified entity. And it's like think about how hard that is for us. And
Right.
you even just asked the question, do you think we'll ever be able to do that?
Right.
And if we say no, think about all the thousands of other civilizations that also said no to that question and collapsed on itself.
So you're actually talking about something called the Great Filter. Do you
Yes.
know how that works?
No, please tell me.
So along that advancement in civilization,
Yeah.
There's major advancement points,
Yeah.
right? Or a filter event like an asteroid wiping out a civilization, technology not ramping to where it needs to be, and then collapse.
Yeah.
So each civilization are kind of like noodles that go through this filter, and
Yeah.
each filter is straining out more and more civilizations until there's very few left.
Mm-hmm.
And the Great Filter is there's an end game for that one last strand civilization, right?
Mhm.
Which could theoretically be us if we're alone.
Mm-hmm.
And the question is, well, where is that final filter, right? Because if there's still one civilization left that needs to go through the last stage of the filter, it's like nearly impossible to make
Yeah.
it through.
Yeah.
And this blog post that I've read and highly recommend.
Yeah.
It's called waitbutwhy.com.
Mhm.
There's one on artificial intelligence that absolutely blew my mind, but then the Fermi paradox. And
Yeah.
he talks about the Great Filter. And he breaks down, well, there's 3 things, right? With the Great Filter, the filter could be behind us,
Yeah.
and we're home free.
Yeah.
Have we made a breakthrough in technology or civilization to be like, yeah, we're good, like we're golden, like we're gonna get to that type 3, spreading of the galaxy?
Yep.
Is the Great Filter ahead of us
Yeah.
because that's impending doom?
Yeah.
Or I forgot the last one. Or are we at the juncture of the Great Filter
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah, but I think through this conversation, we've answered your original question. If I think that the chances of there being life out there is that good, well, how come we haven't made contact? And I think it's the amount of space and time, space and time, and then just how advanced a civilization needs to be to sort of try to make contact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and another big benchmark in that too is you have to be 100% useful with your energy.
Yes.
So that implies nuclear fusion
Yeah.
reactors.
Yeah.
100% efficiency
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
like that type 1 civilization.
And you need a Elon Musk probably, and
Is he the answer?
is he the chosen one?
I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah?
I love his innovation and his desire to imagine things, right? The Hyperloop,
Yeah.
sending people to space. He wants to reverse engineer the brain, which is all great things. But man, he can't run a business.
Dude, I only recently have I seen him on Twitter. Man, that guy's on Twitter so much.
Have you looked at his Twitter recently?
He got locked out of his Twitter account a couple
Recently?
days ago. Yeah, not for very long, but he tweeted, "I heart anime,"
Yeah.
and then
I saw that.
Yeah, and then Twitter just thought like it wasn't him, that he got hacked, and so they
That dude obviously
locked
loves
him.
anime.
Yeah, and then he tweets like a little bit later. He's like, "Twitter tried to lock me out."
That's
Yeah,
awesome. We got locked out of our Twitter account because I said that our we were born on October whenever we started this podcast. I was like, we're born on October something 2018, and the second I pushed like save, it said you're locked out of your account because our policy is you have to be over like 14 or whatever. I'm like, shit, what do I do now? Yeah.
Well, I'm just looking at his feed right now, and he tweeted out. I think he's still hanging out with Joe Rogan a little bit.
Uh-oh.
He tweeted out yesterday: "Flies like an arrow, but fruit flies like a banana."
What does that mean?
I mean, like
means he's
flies.
high.
Flies like an arrow, but fruit flies like a banana. I don't know. I don't know what it means.
God. Yeah, Elon Musk.
Is it a joke, you think?
I don't. It must be. I liked it. Whatever it was. I thought
you even gave it the heart?
even just before that, he just tweeted time.
Damn.
I think he's short circuiting.
He might
Maybe.
be.
I think
Oh.
his brain is overworked.
His
Or
reptilian brain?
Yeah,
his
Protecting
CPU is just-
conspiracies?
I think he didn't get the last patch.
Ah,
He couldn't download the last patch.
Do you guys go night mode on Twitter on your phone?
yeah.
No.
You have to. You have to.
Does it change what you see?
No,
Okay.
it's just so much nicer on the eyes.
Okay.
Mm.
And it's just an easier feed, and you can, I mean, if you want to be staring at your phone more.
Yeah. Yeah.
How weird is that new update for iOS 12 where it gauges how long you've been on your phone and each.
Yeah. How
app-
weird is it, Dawson?
Well, we talked about that on a different episode.
Was that two?
Oh,
think so.
sorry. I assumed
No, it's okay if you
all
listen
the-
to the show. No, yeah, we talked about it. I mean, it's nice because it knows how much I'm on there, and like my iPad said I've only been there for 15 minutes a day,
Oh, that's good.
which is way less than I thought it
We were
was.
talking about like how I've grown to spend so little time on my phone now, which I like.
Yeah.
So Dawson brought that up, and we looked at his
It's good.
stats.
Did you guys hear about the Palm phone that they designed to be annoying on purpose so that you don't use the phone?
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
No, I haven't heard.
Yeah. So Palm rolled out, it was designed on purpose to be annoying as hell.
Okay.
And the idea is that you won't use your phone as much. So they're selling a phone that they don't want you to use or like.
It's backwards.
You
That's
know?
just so stupid.
Kind of smart though.
Yeah.
I
I love
don't
the
think so.
idea, but I don't know how it ever got out of a design
Yeah,
phase.
how are you gonna
Out of a
make,
meeting.
how do you expect to make money off that?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet there are people out there where they're just like, I physically can't not use my phone, and so they're like,
Right.
here's the solution.
Yeah, and then they're probably like, "Fuck this! This sucks. I need to use a better phone."
Get another one.
Yeah.
Right.
It's actually
Mhm.
Apple that
Yeah.
owns both companies.
Exactly. Yeah, well, that's another conspiracy thing I read about Coca-Cola when they introduced New Coke. It was like some new formula, but everyone hated it, and then it just drove up the sales of their regular Coca-Cola.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
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 They're just
Ooh,
anticipating the
ooh.
reaction.
Yeah, people said they intentionally rolled out a shitty version of
shitty-
Coke so that it would just boost up.
They're
their-
like, oh,
yeah.
it's back.
Yeah,
The original
exactly,
recipe.
Exactly. Yep.
Crazy.
Is it confirmed that they used to put cocaine in it as the
Oh, I don't think that's a
Yeah, no, they did.
fable. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
man?
You got something in your eye. You want to say something?
Huh?
You have this look in your eye.
Oh
like,
no, I was just thinking of like outside of conspiracy theories,
Yeah.
some of the crazy cover-ups and things that we may have like missed.
Yeah.
The one thing that really jumps out to me is the McDonald's Monopoly
Yeah.
piece. Did you guys ever see that?
No, where there's no
No.
boardwalk.
It was all rigged.
It was rigged by one guy. Yeah. Yeah.
It was
What is this?
Mhm.
so it's super long story. But basically there was a guy who was in charge of the winning tickets that went on the the fry boxes or whatever.
Yeah.
He eventually found out that McDonald's didn't want anyone in Canada to win the like big money prizes, so they like made it so it had to be in the United States.
Why? You know
I don't
why?
know
Okay.
because they wanted to be in the United States. I don't know. I don't know the exact reasoning.
Maybe
Because
tax
America,
purposes.
baby.
Because America. And he one day stumbled across the sealant they used to close the envelopes, and so
Yeah.
he would fly from his base in Georgia, and he would go to wherever where all the printing presses were,
Yeah.
and he would go in and he would go to the bathroom, and he had an attendant with him, and it was always a female,
Yeah.
so that she could never go in the bathroom with him.
Yep.
He'd rip the package open, switch out the winning tickets, like you're $1 million winner, $1 million winner. Here's a car. He'd swap those out for just generic anything else, like free Frosty or
Yeah.
not Frosty, free McFlurry. So you would take those and he would go home and he'd be like, hey, how about I give you this ticket for $1 million?
Damn.
You would give me a chunk now, you would give me a chunk afterwards, and then you keep the rest after taxes.
This is confirmed?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it was
he's arrested now.
he was arrested. He's actually out of jail now.
Oh.
So the whole thing went on, and like the circle of people that it went to,
Yeah.
I think he ended up giving away $28 million of stuff.
Yeah.
And it was all like friends and family. He got tied in with this
He's
mob.
a hero.
Yeah, well, he got tied in with a mob, and
I
they
would have
started.
just asked for free food.
Yeah, I mean, free food or
Yeah.
$1 million.
I'd be like, 4-piece nugget.
4-piece.
Cheap ass bitch. Give me that 20.
Yeah, so then he ended up getting arrested, and his trial started the day before 9/11. So no one, it was the biggest thing in the media because Burger King was pissed because their sales were down. Canada was pissed because they weren't going to win. So then McDonald's had to,
is
like,
in the news every day.
yeah, basically, and then all of a sudden 9/11 happens and no one cared about the McDonald's Monopoly game anymore.
Oh, that's crazy. I never heard that
So,
story.
Yeah, it's out now. I mean, there was a big article. It took me about a half an hour to read because it was so interesting. And now I think Matt Damon is making a movie.
About him?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yep. So it's coming soon. It's just one of those things. It's like, holy cow, how did I forget this?
What's more Robin Hood than that?
I mean, that's
Well.
not. But that's.
He's giving it to like friends.
Yeah.
He was getting kickbacks.
There's a lot more things I could think of that are Robin Hood.
Right.
Yeah, Robin Hood gave it all
Yeah.
away. He kept a big
Yeah.
chunk of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So I thought that was
Yeah.
kind of interesting. It's not really a conspiracy theory, but it's like, wow, we forgot about that.
No, I feel all tingly inside, man.
Yeah.
Down low. Yeah, that's an interesting story.
Right? So that's one of the things that
Yeah.
I get into all the time, too, is on things that we remember differently. So it's a Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Oh, did you listen to Revisionist History?
Nope.
Did you listen to that episode?
Oh, of course.
The Brian Williams
Of
episode?
course, yeah.
They
My
talk about it?
God. Yeah, dude, it's bananas.
It's insane. And some people, like, I talk about it at work a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't remember that because it's Mandela effect. And some people think it's funny. Some people get annoyed by it. But I'm
Yeah.
like, it's real. I mean, there's so many things that we don't remember.
That's why we podcast.
You
what we
kind of feel bad for Brian Williams at the end, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like Malcolm Gladwell completely sympathizes
Yeah.
with Brian Williams. Like, he's like, give him his damn
100%.
job back.
Did you listen to that entire season? There's
I have like 3 episodes left
a lot of those episodes are kind of like that.
about memory and stuff
Yeah,
like that. Even
yeah.
like the one about the World War II. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys seen The Affair, the TV show?
No.
Mm-mm.
Who's in it?
So McNulty from The Wire.
Okay.
I forgot the actor's name.
Yeah.
He's a great actor. But this makes me think, so it's really unique plot lines where they actually go through the plot, the first half of the show is through one perspective.
Yeah.
And then, there's a murder mystery. So the different perspectives have meaning in terms of a trial. But then the second half of the episode is through another character's eyes. So like things that they're wearing, the conversations they're saying are slanted towards the perspective of whoever's, giving it. And it's a great TV show.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it makes me think about,
Yeah.
distorted reality.
Yeah,
And-
exactly, for sure.
And like hearing about all of that, it's crazy how how poorly we remember even big things. Like, you know how people say like it's the middle stuff, the medium stuff that you don't remember because it's so mundane, but the highs and the lows is where it really sticks with you. But even that stuff, like how they were talking about 9/11 in that episode, and people did not remember like details about 9/11, and it made me think like, was I actually in social studies class when 9/11 happened?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's just all of that comes up, and it's like you're so dead set on, that's 100% what it was.
Yeah.
Just something as simple as, like, I always throw it out. What color is Tony Tiger's nose
Yeah.
from the cereal? What color is his nose?
Black.
No, it's blue.
Damn.
Right? So just things like that. It's like you think you're just in, you didn't even think about it. You didn't hesitate.
Yeah.
That because his tiger's nose is normally
Well,
black.
there's nothing on the line either, so I was just like, I don't know. but
Yeah,
it's
right.
black.
Right? Did like the Monopoly guy, did he have a monocle?
Yes.
No, he did not.
Oh,
You're thinking of Mr. Peanut.
Oh, yeah.
See,
Yeah.
just little things like that.
Yeah,
Just-
yeah,
You throw it out there. The big ones like Berenstein Bears,
yeah.
how it's spelt, or is it Berenstein Bears?
Yeah.
Someone found a book cover where it's spelled both ways.
Yeah, so it's kind of like,
Damn.
Yeah.
then the whole theory behind that is, and this is where it gets really dorky, but
Yeah.
where there was a time rift.
Oh god.
So you were a part of different timelines.
Oh
But,
god.
So if you remember it one way, you were part of that universe
yeah.
A, we're part of universe B. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's super weird, especially for someone like me too, where like, when you like having a conversation with someone and you just use the wrong word, but you think you did, and that other person gets really confused because they heard the word
Yeah.
you actually said,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, I thought you were talking about this because you used that word," and you're like, "No, I didn't." I try never to say like, "No, I didn't," because I know that mistake actually
Yeah.
happens. And so I'm super insecure about myself, about things like that. And so to hear about this and have to think like there could be patches of my memory that I have totally wrong. I'm worthless.
Right? Then you got to remember, you got to think who you have to trust and what part of your brain you want to trust,
Yeah.
because it's like a hard drive.
It
It's
makes
gonna be
me
full.
think like
Yeah.
how Deepak Chopra says like there's no objective reality, and I think he's like this nutcase. I'm like, damn, there might be some truth to that, man. It's just like everything is subjective. Everything is just what you experience in that moment.
That's why the moment's so important, man.
Yeah,
Damn
that's
right.
Gotta live in it.
Yep.
You guys, did you guys hear the Neil deGrasse Tyson interview with Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
Where he talks about the elements of truth, right? There's like 4, main definitive versions of truth, right?
Uh-huh.
There's objective truth that is backed by science and observation, right? But he talks about, personal beliefs, personal truths.
Mm-hmm.
My belief in Jesus Christ or
Mhm.
Muhammad. That might not be objectively true,
Yeah,
but it's mine.
true to me.
It's true to me.
Yeah.
Right. And that, do you remember, Dustin, the other
No,
truths
because
that was?
he went on for a long time, and I have a hard
Yeah.
time following. I haven't finished Astrophysics for People in a Hurry.
Great
I haven't
book.
finished it yet.
But once you do, you'll know everything Neil deGrasse
'Cause I'm
Tyson
in
is
a
talking
hurry.
about.
I'm in a
Great
hurry.
book.
Yeah, I have it too. The physical copy? or-
Audiobook. I don't have time to
Audiobook.
read.
Well, and he's got such a great voice too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he reads
Um,
it himself?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. A lot of those audiobook authors do read their own stuff.
Cool.
Um,
That.
Michael Pollan.
Yeah, I got to finish that book.
You
too.
haven't finished it yet?
No.
Because you got the paper copy.
I have a digital copy.
I sent you that.
No, I sent you that.
No,
Whoa,
the
here we
audio
go.
copy. The audiobook. Didn't I share that with you?
No, I don't think so.
Anyways, back on topic. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah.
What's your WTF topic, Scott?
So again, a couple of observations back in Vegas. Driving down the strip with a coworker of mine, and she goes, check out that billboard over there. It's clearly a gentleman's club billboard. A nice set of breasts staring at me
Mhm.
on the strip. But the most alarming thing was now hiring class of 2018. So
Huh?
strip club, right?
It's just like a
Billboard.
school?
No, just like people out of class.
They're
It's
saying
like,
like
once you
18
turn
year
18.
age, once you graduate from high
So
school,
it
come work
said
here.
it said that
Oh,
on
yeah.
the billboard.
That was the only words on the billboard, along with the strip club's name.
What's this?
I mean, it's
Yeah.
funny.
That's fine. Yeah.
I think
fine.
it's funny.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
it's funny, but it's
Mhm.
sad, right? It's sad to a
Maybe.
degree. I don't know.
I think it's more like them trying to be witty and go
Yeah,
with it. Because
But I guess Nevada has the lowest, school rating in terms of education.
Oh, really?
So that might be
I got to go somewhere.
got to go somewhere.
Damn, that's interesting, though.
Yeah.
I also, I'm trying to change, well, I have changed my own perspective on the sex industry. Like, to think like, oh, you're a stripper. That's too bad.
Right.
Like, I don't think that way anymore. It's like, that's their job. Like, if you think you wouldn't do that job, that's fine. But that's the career that they chose. And maybe there are sort of economic decisions that had to be made, especially with the cultural stigma that is attached. I'm positive there are economic calculations that are made. But I try not to look at people that way.
There's good money in it.
I'm sure.
I was talking with a friend last night. She was telling me about her friend who was, stripping while she was in school.
Yeah.
And it's not like she's, having
Starving.
sex or, she didn't get raped. I'm sure there's some situations like that.
Yeah.
But again, she was making about $70,000 a year in cash.
Damn.
yeah, I mean it's got to be lucrative, right?
You think
Otherwise, why
male
would you wanna
strippers
do it?
make that much money too?
No.
No.
Oh, I was
And when you break it down to its components, I mean, this girl, she likes the attention. She likes attention,
mm-hmm.
and she just likes dancing.
Yeah. She gets to do.
Sure, she might not like the guys, but she gets the attention, and she gets to dance, and she makes good money at it.
Yep.
So when you break it down into its components versus
Yep.
the facade of, stripper,
Yep.
you're like, no, okay, it kind of makes sense.
Do your thing.
Yeah.
Which
And-
state is that in?
It's Las Vegas. I think she was stripping out in California.
Okay. Okay.
70K doesn't go that far out there.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
She,
Mhm.
yeah. I
Yeah.
would think she would make more. You think like like LeBron James, not LeBron James, but
If he were a stripper,
no, somebody would walk in there and be like, "Here's $5,000."
right.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Well, that's why I was asking. You think males make a lot of money too? I was just like, man, I'm about to
Yeah.
begin my Channing Tatum career.
I
right
think
here.
you need more side hustles.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you just expect.
Yeah, that too.
Nah, overrated.
Oh man.
Well, yeah.
The other thing interesting about Vegas too is marijuana's legal out there now,
oh
and I've been to California where it's legal.
yeah,
And you got to go search for the dispensaries. It's not really in your face.
Yeah.
Vegas was the first time where I was like, bam, ads on taxis, billboards, like voted best dispensary in Las Vegas. It's very commercialized.
Wow.
And I was not expecting that.
yeah.
See, because I was there in March, and so it had been legal, but there was nothing on the strip where I was staying. It was kind of if I wanted to go and partake, it was kind of a pain to get there. It wasn't just right on the strip, where I kind of expected something to be like, here we are, we're right in the middle of everything, but maybe they're just not ready yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I gotta pee really bad. What are you gonna dress up for as Halloween?
Have you guys played Coup, the card game?
No.
Mm-mm.
So have you, Dawson?
No.
Okay.
Nerd!
Yeah.
More nerdy than Dawson?
Card game.
Let's
you
go.
Win. You win.
Well, the sad truth to this is I won't be dressing up.
Oh, nice.
But we always make plans with friends to
you're
do
playing the card game
something.
instead?
Right. Well, we were gonna dress up as the characters
okay.
from the card game,
And then play the card game?
or just like go out on town. But
Or
like,
you can be
it's
the characters in the
it's-
card game.
it's really funny, like art, like there's a douche or a duchess and a duke,
Mhm.
and there's an assassin, a captain, and like each card has like a mug shot of
Yeah.
like these really interesting like dressed kind of fantasy characters.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, totally off topic. You could put a break in.
Yeah.
Play some. We haven't done this yet. We haven't had to run into a body.
Oh, you guys
bio
want to
break.
keep talking?
I don't
mean,
care.
we've been going for an hour or two. I don't know if y'all have to leave or not, but I was just like, one, we might have to leave soon. Two, I got to pee. So let's get in these last few topics
Okay.
and grind it out.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
As long as your bladder's
Does your office do like a Halloween thing?
No, man, we still got that startup feel. Where
Yeah.
the only kind of real community that we do or kind of events is just the occasional pizza parties.
Sure.
Nice.
Sure.
A calendar with the
Right.
with the holiday vacation. That's about it.
Yeah.
It's funny, I work in like a very progressive like LED. What we're doing is cool. Like we're doing like some really cool custom LED work.
Yeah.
But our office is all that fluorescent lighting. It's so
Oh, no.
right. You think
It just makes your soul feel a little dead inside.
Yeah, I think there's power to the dynamic white, the tunable white, the color temperature, circadian rhythm. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's very trendy right now. In
That's
the
what I was
lighting
going to ask
industry.
next, though. Even though that you are in that setting, you guys
Yeah.
could probably make something that makes you feel a little bit warmer, right?
Yeah, and we do have a circuit that does have that warmer light and that you can tune the color temperature.
Yeah.
And we're in the middle of, we might be relocating. That's why we
Ooh.
haven't messed with the lights. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Where we would kind of retrofit a new area. But I don't know. It's funny, my last name is Uglow,
Mhm.
and I work with lights. And out in this conference, man, like I was getting so many jokes. They're like, it's like, is that your real
change your name for your company.
She's like, yeah. I was like, you can't buy that one. You can't buy that one.
Was it funny the whole time, or by the end of your trip, where you're like, okay.
Hey,
You just had to put
it's a
face on it?
great conversation starter,
Sure.
especially when we're at a booth trying to sell our product.
Yeah.
They're like, wow, that's a great first last name.
Yeah.
Or sorry, great last name.
Yeah.
It's funny because you pronounce it Uglow. Some people say Uglow.
Yeah.
Right?
I always thought it was Uglow.
Uglow, Uglow. Well, the saying in our family is Uglow, Uglow, we all glow.
Nice.
It doesn't really matter.
Aw.
Yeah.
Christmas card?
Okay, so check this out. The autocorrect
Yeah.
autocorrects my last name to ugliest.
Oh.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, what a cruel
That's
joke.
only fitting for your brother.
Oh,
No, I'm just
Got
kidding.
him.
I haven't seen RJ in years. so-
yeah, he's doing good. He's out in LA.
Oh man. Okay, before you wrap up, we talked about the Jimmy Butler current event. I feel like I wrote down we should try not to talk about, the host should try not to talk about Trump for like 15
You
episodes.
did that last episode.
Ooh.
We talked about Trump last episode.
Well, no, not really.
So we'll try to stay off the Trump train.
Did you
but
guys
like,
see the-
these
sorry.
pipe bombs?
Yeah.
What's how crazy is that?
It's crazy, but I'm sure bomb threats are happening to these people daily.
I think
Right.
there's
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be a daily thing, but they actually, intercepted, 10 pipe bombs.
Yeah.
But I brought this up to my good buddy out in New York. Can you imagine, though, if Obama and Hillary got assassinated on the same day? Just how crazy that would be.
Bananas, pandemonium.
That
be
would be
pandemonium.
wild. That would be wild. Did you know that they vaccinate like the president and stuff for anthrax?
Like on like a routine.
Like, yeah, like important people like that, just to prevent against like anthrax attacks.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I learned that the other day.
That's
you can
possible.
actually vaccinate for anthrax.
Apparently, there's a vaccine out there, but they don't make it
Where's
public or
mine?
anything. Yeah, it's just for like important people like the president.
wow.
I
Mhm.
guess that makes sense.
So it's like an economic decision. Like we know we can do it, we just can't afford it.
Well, yeah, maybe because really, no one's really dying of anthrax out there. You're
true.
only targeting important people
That's
with that.
true,
Yeah, so
okay.
there's no need
Right.
to invest in that infrastructure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you guys see the umbrella video?
Yeah. He's getting on the Air Force One.
He's walking onto Air Force One,
Yeah.
and he doesn't like close the umbrella like a normal person. Like obviously the umbrella
This
is
is
too
Trump?
big for
Yeah.
for
This
the
is Trump?
door of the
Okay.
So the umbrella is too big for the door of the Air Force One, and he just like leaves it at the door. Like doesn't even close it or bring it in with him. He just leaves the umbrella, and it's just like the last end of the video just shows the umbrella just by itself.
Yeah.
In black and white.
You can see him try to kind of pull it through the door, and then he tries for a second, and he's like, "Nah, I just lost too much money." trying
Oh
to do that."
no! The whole video is in black and white. The umbrella's red.
Yeah, right.
Oh my
Patient
god!
understands.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you guys see the van? Like
Yeah.
all the stickers?
Mhm.
and-
Yeah, the dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a comment on Reddit. One guy goes, "Looks like that van is an ice cream truck selling racism."
That's so good, man. The internet is so hilarious,
Yeah.
man.
I think that could be our first like non-topic show title:
Yeah.
"Ice cream truck selling racism." That might get that.
Yeah, that might get
Oh
some.
yeah, that's what we're gonna title this episode.
We could. I think that'd be kind of fun. I think it'd be kind of fun to just do that because that's a moment that stands
I love
out,
it.
right?
I love it.
It's gonna jump, and if you listen to the whole episode, you're gonna get like, why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what?
Hey, what?
Ice
Yeah.
cream truck selling racism.
I like that. All right. Any last thoughts, Scott? Scott, you glow,
Yeah,
uglow.
it's good. It's good seeing you guys again.
Yeah.
We should make this more often. More.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, if you want to come on more often, we had a lot to say. This is probably our
Yeah.
longest
Yeah, for
episode,
sure.
and it just flowed. And I'm sure we'll have plenty. When next time another big video game comes out, let's talk. Let's go to E3.
Yeah.
Let's go to E3.
Yeah.
Pokemon comes out in a few
And
weeks.
that's a bucket list.
yeah.
E3 just to see what's going on
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Dean went last year.
I went.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. You guys would all like it. It would,
Man.
and it's in LA.
How,
So,
how much
Yeah.
are tickets to E3?
Oh, here we go.
Sorry.
I don't remember. About $200 a person, I think.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just- that's what I was saying.
Mhm.
Here, I just know
Yeah.
it's costly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
For $200 for 3 days.
Yeah. 3 days, all inclusive. You can, try out all the games, visit all the booths. They give away free stuff.
You have to buy
mhm.
food though, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm,
okay.
mhm. Yeah.
That'd be sweet if they
Yeah.
give you food too.
Mhm,
We'll get
mhm.
media passes because we'll do
Podcast.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 Mhm. Yeah. Media passes is
In
free.
the biz
so.
now.
Yeah.
In the biz.
You want to come back on like episode 14?
Yeah, you call it.
'Kay.
I'm always ready.
Mhm.
Maybe next time I won't be so hungover.
That's awesome. All right, closing bumper. I'm not going to talk during the closing bumper per Dawson's request.
You can if you want to.
Goodbye.